Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Friday is here. Hooray! Yeah, okay. So this is my second live stream test, and I've got my watercolor stuff set up. So I'm going to do a little painting with you. And as you can see, I have my face camera mic camera set up, but you can see um yes, all my kind of construction things going on in my boxes. But I hope you don't mind and that you can just understand and bear with me in that. But I just thought it'd be nice to see you face to face. So I wanted to try it this way. And you can let me know, in the comments how you feel about it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone who is joining. Say hello in the comments and you can tell me where you're from and all that stuff, and we can chat as we go. So watercolor is what I'm working on today. I just thought I'd share a little bit about a few things. So I've been doing some random practice. I've been playing with some paint colors that I'm not used to. And these are M. Graham, and they're beautiful paints, honey based. I love them. I haven't used these colors before, and it's a limited palette, so it's kind of different for me. So anyway, I did some color swatching, and this is just a little like mess. This is a big mess. This one is. But I did some color swatching with this orange. I guess you might want to know what the exact colors are. They are, this is Azo Orange, Ultramarine Blue, Prussian Blue, Permanent Alizarin Crimson, and Raw Sienna. So those are the colors. And so I was just playing a little bit with this Azo Orange and seeing how the color mixes were. And look at this gorgeous green. It is beautiful. But I also played here and I did a gradient there on the back. And look at this just gorgeous, gorgeous. It's like a silvery green color that you can get with these paints. Like, I was so surprised. It's so pretty. So I'm just loving the color mixes I'm getting with this. And here's like a neutral purple kind of, this is all kind of muted down, and well, they're great. They're really great. They're really pretty. And so I just thought I would play with them a little bit more. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for saying hi. Yeah, I played with this a little bit. My proportions are off, but it was fun to do, and I was experimenting with this color that I discovered here with this gradient. And yeah, really got, for first time in a while, I was really excited to be painting. I love painting, don't get me wrong, but I was just really in that creative flow, so it was a lot of fun. So there's that, and then I did a little experimenting with some color. This is cobalt turquoise, and this is that permanent alizarin crimson, and they're pretty much equally strong. And you get some interesting color mixes in grays where that cobalt teal separates out. So I don't know what I would do with that, but it was interesting to play with. So there we go. There's that. And then one of my ways that I like to take breaks and sort of recharge and refuel is to go to the bookstore and look at watercolor magazines and stuff. And I found this 45th issue of the Art of Watercolor magazine, and it's gorgeous cover. Look at that cover. This is a magazine that I love, and I would recommend if you're looking for inspiration. Wonderful. It also has teaching stuff in it. Victoria Brashedko is in this issue, so I'm just excited to read it. I haven't even looked at it very much yet, but I love it. It's so pretty. So just thought I'd share that with you too. That's another little painting. Again, this really soft, gorgeous colors you can get with this palette that I just didn't expect when I first started playing with it. And of course, you can get deep, dark colors as well, but what I'm really impressed with are these light pastel colors that the light just shines through. It's really pretty. So yeah. And this is Bao Hong rough paper. One of my favorite artists, Thomas Schaller. He uses this paper. He recommended it, and you can get it. I mean, it's available on Amazon. I don't have any links right now, but just go to Amazon and BAOHONG watercolor paper. It is pure cotton. It's cotton, and it's 300 GSM, so it's heavyweight. This one is glued on the side so it doesn't buckle and all of that. And it's got this gorgeous texture, like just touching it feels nice. So anyway, wonderful. Okay, I am just gonna paint now. Let's see, let me wet my paints a little. I do have a dirty palette, but I think that might be the best thing about this particular group of paints. They're just so gorgeous together. And I don't even know what I'm going to paint. I was just thinking I'll just play a little bit with the colors. I don't know what to paint. If I were to paint a subject, I don't know what I would paint. So I tell you what I'll do. I'm more like, I love this paper. I don't want to waste it. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way or not. Do you ever feel that way? Like, you just don't want to waste the paper. This paper, I like it, but it's hot press. And hot press is not my favorite paper. So let me just play around on the hot press paper for a few minutes. Maybe I'll just try doing a little face and see what happens. Just, should I sketch first? No sketching. No sketching. 5 minutes of faces, right? I have that one class. 5 minutes of faces. Now you can see this is just you can see that very well. It's kind of a brownish color. It's a mix of this, and this, and maybe it's probably got some blue in there. It's what Angela Fair calls palette dirt. It's just a gorgeous neutral color. If you don't like browns like that, if it's too brown for you, just, add in some more color, make it more grayish. Now it's a purpley brown. Yep. Okay, so let's just paint a face. And I don't know if it's going to look like a face or not when I'm finished. But that's the thing about the 5-minute faces. 5 minutes, just do a lot of faces in 5 minutes. Because then you're just loosening up and playing and seeing what happens. And you learn a lot. And you learn a lot and you get some things done and you get in that creative flow. I'll put a little pink in there because it's fun. That's alizarin crimson there. Can't promise what this is going to look like. Let's put some cheeks because it's fun. I don't know why sometimes I think I just sing some words. All right, so there's one face. Let me get this brush holds a lot of water. Kind of don't like the way that looks there, so I'm just going to wash it out. This is really light colored, isn't it? Now this paper, because it is hot press, as far as I can tell in my experience, and I don't have a lot of experience with hot press, it does not, it'll come back, it'll come apart easier than the cold press. That's what I'm trying to say. Seems like the cold press is stronger than the hot press. That is one messy girl there. Let's see, I'm going to turn this a little. And I need to also remember to not have too much water. Let me make another face here. I'll go a little slower this time. It's fun how you can just put the top lip, and you just put a little line underneath the bottom lip, and then you have a face. And it's fun. Drop in some color there. Oh, that doesn't look very pretty. I don't know if that's going to be better or not. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. And like I said before, it's not something that's perfect. Just practicing moving and playing with the paint, even creative juices flowing and all that. And you don't have to do the other eye. You know, you can just scrub some paint on there. Something's happening. Now I like her. She's pretty. Just have the impression. And you can go in and add in, like, say, maybe I want some shadow there. I can add in some shadow. I kind of like that nose. I feel like that nose is super cute. So, what do you think? You like that nose? And this, I put a lot of water there. If you leave a lot of water on the page, it's going to leave blooms. So you can see some blooms forming here already. I think you can't see that, but now you can. See here, there's some blooms forming. That's because I had a lot of water in my brush and there wasn't too much left on the page. But I don't mind that. But if you don't like blooms, then that's just something you need to be aware of, that's how that happens. Like, you have more water, you add more water onto the surface that has less water or less leaves a puddle, and that puddle pushes that pigment out, and pretty soon you have a blooming painting. All right. Actually, I really love her. Gee, that's so fun. I love painting these ladies. Let's see. Maybe we can do one more. Maybe we'll just do. I tend to always start with the left eye. I should really practice not doing that. There's a little nose, maybe a little lower. And she's going right off the page. And that should come down a little bit. And then I'll just add some more like color, like whoosh and whoosh. I'm actually thinking a lot while I'm doing this, and I probably shouldn't be thinking so much, because that's what gets you into trouble, too much thinking. Too much thinking. Give her a little hair. I know I'm getting over into this person, but that doesn't matter to me. This is a play page, and I mean, you could turn it into art if you want. I mean, I guess it is art in a way. Let's see. Let's give her a little bit blue in her eye. A little bit more. You know what we're missing? We're missing something on this one. We are missing eyebrow. So let's put, and I don't want it to be like some like fancy thing. Just put it there. Put a little shadow in there. Now her eye really stands out more, right? Put a little shadow in there if you want. Kind of, let's see. I've gotten a little proportion thing going on, so just add a little more lip there. Oops. So look at these pale colors, though. They're really interesting colors. I just didn't expect to get these colors from this color palette, because I guess I should show you. I can show you. Here are these paints swatched, and look how intense all of these colors are. They're so intense. And so I know, adding water, of course, you get the lighter colors, but I didn't know I would get these gorgeous secondary, tertiary colors. They're just so pretty. They're just so pretty. I shouldn't have messed with that, but I did. Just really pretty. Now I have to mess with it more. Sorry. Once again, I'm thinking really hard. Shouldn't be. Just gets you into trouble to think really hard. To think when you're trying to make art. Of course, when you're talking and making art, you're also thinking. So it's like a different part of your brain for talking, That's okay. That's all right. It's just an impression. This is just an impression. I did have fun. One thing I noticed about this, let's see, where did she go? This face that I did, that was a lot of fun. Hello. Was I did this layering of colors with hard edges, and I like to blend. In my acrylic paintings and stuff, I blend. And so then translating that to watercolor, it becomes soft edges. But with watercolor, you need a combination of soft and hard edges. And I was just playing with getting some hard edges here, like this shadow, like this line. And sometimes it was a lot of fun to do this, and it really added to it, I thought. And I loved this was just a splatter of that hair. And that was great. I was so happy. Okay, so here we go. So I guess the whole thing behind this live stream and this trying out these paints and colors and everything is that even if, when you're trying out new paints, or you're even trying out your paints you already have, and you think you got it figured out, you're like, oh, these are bold, intense, I can paint this or that. And just have some playtime, do some crazy mixes, because as you can see, these are mixes that have alizarin crimson, they have the orange, they have this, they have the blues. They're kind of all mixed in, and you can get some really gorgeous, unexpected colors. And you might get something that you absolutely love that you didn't expect, which is part of the beauty of watercolor. Is just like, you can get those color mixes with other kinds of paints, don't get me wrong, but you can't get the transparent color mixes that you get with watercolor. So they're just so fun. So I got some really unexpected colors from this color palette just by playing around, and as you can see today, like, I've got this sort of slate blue, and I can make them deeper. These are just very watery versions, right? But I know that if I take some of this, well, I'll just show you. So I'll just mix a deep color, and I'm just gonna, this is gonna be messy, and some people will say you should not do this. Oh, look at that gorgeous green. See how deep and dark that is? I can get dark versions of this if I just keep mixing and playing with it. I'm not a painter that has precise mixtures, 2 parts this, 1 part that. Hey, welcome. Say hello in the comments. Ask any questions if you have them. I didn't mention that. Yeah, I'm not a painter who does okay, 2 parts of this, 3 parts of that, 4 parts water, all that. I just don't. I don't have the patience, maybe, for that. I don't know. Look at that. That's a gorgeous. I don't want to get on here because it's not the right. This has a color palette, right? So let me just move that out of the way. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? What? Look at it. You can get really all the way to really light color. Clean my brush really good. Let's see. Just get a little bit. And it's flowing. Look at that. It's flowing right out. So look at that, gorgeous. I'll just keep going. Oh, it's granulating too. I see granulation in here. Of course, again, this is hot press paper. So look at that. That is a gorgeous green. Okay, but I was trying to go for more this color, but so I think if I add a little bit of that, see how just a little bit, how it changes the tone, making it dark again. You can get gorgeous grays with this. I mean, they're just gorgeous. That's similar right there. As long as you know what colors you mixed in, you can just keep kind of mixing until you get what you're looking for. You know, it doesn't have to be exact and precise. I mean, that is the thing about watercolor and mixing colors and everything. Oh, let's put these. Like this is just a deeper, more blue version of this. This is more green. This is more blue. I'm in love. I am in love with these colors. Okay. So look at that. That is just amazing. It's just amazing. Look at that. Okay, so what if I can make even more purpley? But oh look, I had so much of that alizarin crimson. That's the thing about these honey-based paints. They really you can pick up a lot of paint really easily. Look at that. That's a blue. I was going for purpley, so let me just touch that. Okay. And all of these colors, oh, look at that. I'm just loving these muted colors that I'm getting with this. It's just, they're just gorgeous. So that's a purple and like a muted purple. I mean, all of them will go together because you're using the same pigments and paints. So you're repeating the same colors, you're just mixing them a certain way, and yeah. Look, I'm getting, now you can obviously, I think that's, no, you cannot. I'm sorry, I couldn't figure out a way to like zoom in my camera with this. I'm still learning. Look at that bloom because I added in that water in between and it pushed that pigment, which was already drying, so it pushed it out, made that. I love blooms. To me, it's part of the magic of watercolor. And don't forget, you can tilt and move and flow. So if you get any takeaways from this live today, it would be from me that you cannot overvalue the or overrate. You can't overrate the value of just playing with your colors. I know someone may say, oh, you never mix more than 2 colors together, or you never mix more than 3 colors together because, you know, you won't get this and you won't get that and you won't get clear watercolor and it'll be muddy or whatever. But these muddy colors are gorgeous. They're gorgeous, and you can paint seas with these. You can paint galaxies with these. You can paint florals with these. They're very natural looking, and they're just beautiful. And I could get a lot more different colors. Do you want me to do one more color before I go? I'm about to sign off. One more color? Okay, one more color. Let's make it a even more purple. More pinky purple. How about more pinky purple? So I add a lot of that alizarin crimson. They still have those other colors in there, so that's what's making it muted. Is if you add this raw sienna, look at that. There you go. Look at that one. Don't you just love that? This is eye candy. A little bit more water. I lighten it up a little bit. I'll clean. And this is already dry, so it's not gonna bleed in together. But here it might because it's kind of wet. Because I was doing a lot of talking. So I'm doing a lot of talking. So just don't discount the value of playtime and just testing out your colors, playing with your colors. You may be painting something. Maybe you're trying to do these quick faces that give you great practice. Maybe you try and do you know, a gradient like this. You could do that. I mean, you could do this, you could do color swatches like this just to test the colors. This is just this same color, but different amounts of water and different amounts of alizarin crimson and different amounts of this cobalt teal. I mean, plenty of ways just to play, and it'll get your creative juices flowing. You'll get some gorgeous, unique colors that can really, maybe, maybe they'll reflect your style even more than the colors you've been using. Who knows what you'll discover, right? That is the beauty of it. So, all right. I hope that you will let me know if you try out your paints and try some different mixes that you haven't tried before. So let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, and if you want to, you can share it with your friends if you found something valuable in it. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Kathy, for joining me, and thank you, everyone. And thank you for watching the replay. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye. Love you.